2, 3. And welcome to another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on Stables Media, the weekly recap. It is a special edition. Today is Sergei Fedorov 5-goal day. My opening statement, it's time to retire Sergei Fedorov's jersey number. The sooner the better. The Ilitches and Fedorov need to let bygones be bygones, just reconcile, work things out, and just retire his jersey number atop the rafters at Little Caesars Arena. That's it. Before we get started, though, follow our show on Twitter and Instagram at Michigan_Truth. Like it on Facebook, follow it on LinkedIn, and subscribe to its YouTube channel and on Reddit as r/Michigan Sports Truth. Also visit our website, the MichiganSportsTruthPodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter, Taylor Phillips, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at DT2Phillips. The Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on Stables Media is sponsored by the Vig It Sports mobile app, where great fans cover. Use that hashtag #GreatFansCover to support the app and use the referral code STABLES with a capital S and the rest of the letters being lowercase, including the letter B in the middle, as in billionaire, for Stables Media when you sign up for a Vig It account. Also, a shout out to Cali Tickets. Visit CaliTickets.com or call 877-225-8425 to purchase a ticket to one of their featured events. That's CaliTickets.com or 877-225-8425. So on this day, December 26th, back in 1996, and this is why this is Sergei Fedorov 5-goal day. Sergei Fedorov, on that day, on that exact date, December 26th, back in 1996, when the Red Wings were playing the Washington Capitals, Sergei Fedorov scored all 5 goals en route to the Red Wings' 5-4 overtime victory over the Washington Capitals. Sergei Fedorov's first goal was a tic-tac-toe pass from Kozlov to Larionov, or to Konstantinov to then Fedorov. And Fedorov just one-timed it past Carey, Joshua Carey, for the first goal. And then when it was tied at 1 in the second period, Chris Simon fired a slap shot. Chris Osgood made the save, and the puck ricocheted all the way down the rink to Sergei Fedorov coming out of the penalty box. He was on a breakaway with that puck, and he beat Carey. And Carey thought Fedorov was gonna risk the puck stick side, but when it looked like Fedorov was gonna go stick side when digging toward the left of Carey, Fedorov actually sniped it glove side past Carey. Fedorov just fooled him with a fast wrist shot. And Fedorov put the Red Wings back up 2-1. The Capitals took a 3-2 lead going into the third period, and Brendan Shanahan was carrying the puck up ice, and then Sergei Fedorov had the puck, got the pass from Brendan Shanahan, but Fedorov was well covered, but he made it such a desperate pass to Konstantinov. Konstantinov was skating down toward the left circle, and then he made a pass through the slot to Sergei Fedorov for that third goal. Fedorov one-time that pass from Konstantinov through the slot, beat Carey, tie game 3-3. It was Fedorov's 4th career hat trick, according to Mike Goldberg, the then play-by-play announcer on then UPN 50, alongside Mickey Redmond, longtime color commentator for the Red Wings on television. And Mickey Redmond's been a legendary color commentator for the Red Wings for like almost 3 decades. Can you believe that? Almost 3 decades. Almost 4 decades. Almost a half century, for goodness sake. But the focus is on Sergei Fedorov. The Caps took a 4-3 lead again, but Igor Larionov tried to tie it. Carey made a sprawling save, and then Slava Fetisov got the rebound, passed it to Fedorov. Fedorov was just standing there the whole time on the other on the other side of the net, the doorstep. And Fedorov, one time that pass from Fetisov home, Carey didn't even know what hit him, and it was tied at 4. And so we headed to overtime, still tied at 4. Konowalchuk turned the puck over. And then Konstantinov carried it past the Capitals' blue line. And then Konstantinov got the pass from to Larionov, and then Sergei Fedorov got the pass, and he slapped the puck past Carey, and the game was over. Sergei Fedorov became the first Detroit Red Wings player ever to score 5 goals in a single game, and that won their game for the Red Wings in overtime 5-4. This was, the highlight of Sergei Fedorov's career. And, this was an example, a big example of why Sergei Fedorov should have his jersey number retired. Fedorov had such a great career with the Red Wings. He kept scoring goals and scoring goals. Even he had help from the rest of the Russian 5 before Konstantinov had his suffered brain surgery, brain damage in a limo car accident. But the Russian 5 will always be remembered. But more importantly than that, but just as important as that, Sergei Fedorov will always be remembered. So that was on this date, December 26th of 1996. And this was a reminder from Jeff Moss, the former creator and founder of the Detroit Sports Rag. Shout out goes to him. I told you sometime after the holidays he would be back on our show. But that's because Sergei Fedorov, he wanted to address the Red Wings not retiring Sergei Fedorov's jersey number 91 atop the rafters when it should have been done years ago. I mean, it's better late than never, right? There's always time. I mean, Fedorov, granted, he left the team for the then Anaheim Mighty Ducks because the Red Wings were swept by the Ducks in the 03 playoffs in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2003. But here's why. The goaltender for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks at that year, Jan Sebastian Jaguar, was wearing pads that were too big, but the NHL let it go. And that's what led me to believe that the Red Wings got screwed over. But, I mean, Curtis Joseph hung in there, but still, even Jaguar with his big pads wasn't perfect every game. He didn't even post a shutout in any of those 4 games. He didn't. The Red Wings had stacked talent. Yzerman, Shanahan, Fedorov, Lidstrom, Chelios, Hull, Robitaille, Curtis Joseph, Boyd Devereaux, Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg in his rookie year. And they just ran into a goaltender that wore pads that were too big. At the season after that, when I heard about his pads being too big, the NHL decided to regulate the size of a goaltender's pads. Like, they should have done that at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Because that was not addressed by anyone whatsoever in the league. The Red Wings were cheated on in 03. They were. When they had that stacked talent, even with Dave yeah, even with Dave Lewis as head coach, after Bowman, that was the season after Scotty Bowman retired, winning his 9th cup in 2002, his 9th career Stanley Cup in 2002, surpassing Toe Blake with 8 all time. Bowman retired, leaving Dave Lewis in charge as permanent head coach, but only for 2 years. But the focus is on Fedorov. Sergei Fedorov thought that the Mighty Ducks were better than the Red Wings, and Fedorov was not even aware that Ducks goaltender at that time, Jaguar, wore pads that were too big. Even Fedorov does. Nobody know what hit the Red Wings. Fedorov didn't know what hit the Red Wings. The Ilitches didn't. Nobody on the Red Wings team didn't know that. Not even the rest of the Mighty Ducks team was aware of that. The Ducks still went on to lose in 7 games in the Stanley Cup Finals at that time to the New Jersey Devils. Devils won the first 2 games at home. Ducks won the next 2 on their home ice. Devils won Game 5 at home in New Jersey. Ducks won Game 6 in Anaheim, and the Devils won 3-0 at home in New Jersey to win the Stanley Cup. That was New Jersey's 3rd cup in franchise history. But still, Jaguar's pads were too big at that time. The Red Wings got screwed over. Fedorov and Fedorov and the Ilitches need to understand. It should have understood that. I felt like, but how could they have understood it before it was too late? Because nobody cracked down on it. That truth was hidden. And the Ilitches and Fedorov are still upset over one another. The way I can tell this situation right now is why Fedorov's jersey is not being retired as of right now. So may I ask just one thing to the Ilitches and Fedorov? Just please understand the screw job that Jaguar put the Red Wings in, that screw job situation. And just let bygones be bygones, reconcile, just bring him back to this franchise, please. And retire his jersey number 91. Retire 91. That's the hashtag we've been using for so many years. Even long before Sergei Fedorov was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. And that's that. That's the truth. That is the evident truth about Sergei Fedorov and the Red Wings losing in the first round in 2003 to the Ducks. The Anaheim Mighty Ducks, that is. So, Red Wings, by the way, shut down until, along with the rest of the league, until December 28th. That's this upcoming Tuesday. The Pistons have 6 players out due to COVID-19. Kate Cunningham, and now Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes, Saban Lee, and now Corey Joseph and Frank Jackson. There have been other players on other teams that have been out due to COVID. And the NHL shut itself down through December 28th. But the NBA, Commissioner Adam Silver, is not doing anything about it. He's not following suit. Adam Silver needs to follow suit. The NBA needs to postpone at least a few games, just like the NHL did, and just make everyone safe to play. Every NBA player safe to play, and make every NBA team safe to play. So there's that. Pistons got smashed earlier tonight. 144 to 109. Oh, man, that is an ugly score right there. So, Pistons still Pistons still all stuck on 5 wins. The Pistons are still stuck on 5 wins. So moving on to the Lions, that's our last topic of the night. Lions lose to the Atlanta Falcons 20-16. Let me check that score. Jared Goff was out due to COVID, of course. So Tim Boyle took over, started for Detroit at quarterback. 24 of 34, just 187 passing yards, a touchdown, and a game-sealing interception. Matt Ryan, 18 of 24, 215 yards passing and 1 touchdown. It was a close game. It was. Both defenses stood tall. The Lions defense stood tall. Well, kind of. The Falcons were 6-8 going in. They're 7-8, still in the hunt. Lions dropped at 2-12-1. Still hanging in there for that first overall pick. The Jaguars, check on them. They lost to the New York Jets 26-21. The Jaguars are 2-13. The Houston Texans beat the Los Angeles Chargers 41-29. That's an upset. Texans are 4-11. So Texans are well in position for that third overall pick. The Lions just barely hold possession of the second overall pick in next year's NFL draft. The Jaguars just barely in line for the first overall pick, which still appears to be Aiden Hutchinson, unfortunately, unless Aiden Hutchinson reconsiders and wants to join the Detroit Lions at number 2 overall. Tim Boyle had some protection in the pocket. He was comfortable in the pocket at times, but he didn't look too sharp at the same time either. He is a backup quarterback, just under 200 yards passing. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. DeAndre Swift was out today. He'll be out next week when the Lions go to Seattle at Quest Field to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll and company, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox, on your local Fox affiliate. I still think it's a close one. The Seahawks 5-10, the Lions 2-12-1. Just like in the Falcons game, both defenses will stand tall, and the Lions offense will still sputter, whether it be with Jared Goff or Tim Boyle. The Lions just still can't win on the road. They still can't. Both their wins were at home. They were. They're still winless on the road. They can't even win a game on the road. They need to start working on becoming road warriors, working on weathering the hostile environment, weathering the storm, just making better mental decisions, in-game decisions. Yeah, Lions efficiency, fourth down efficiency wasn't too shabby except for that incomplete pass to end the first half, which didn't mean anything. But the Lions will give it a good fight, but I still think the Seahawks, they're still in the hunt. The Lions aren't. The Seahawks will win 23-20 is my biggest scoring prediction. So that's all the topics we've covered. Now what we've learned, and this is just based on Sergei Fedorov and nothing else. Like I've said before, Fedorov, with his 5-goal game back in 1996, on what is now yesterday, December 26th of 1996, scored 5 goals. That was the highlight of his career. He scored so many goals every single season for the Detroit Red Wings. And the Red Wings couldn't even come close to the Cup in 2004 when they lost in the second round to the Calgary Flames. The Red Wings were without Sergei Fedorov. They couldn't even come close to winning the Stanley Cup. They still had stacked talent, granted, but they did not. They just weren't able to get over the hump. They just didn't provide enough offense in the playoffs. But at least they weren't shafted in 04. But Sergei Fedorov, this is the guy we're talking about here, that the Red Wings whose jersey number needs to be retired by the Detroit Red Wings organization. The Ilitches and Fedorov need to understand that Jaguar screwed the Red Wings over in 03. They need to let bygones be bygones and just reconcile and just retire Sergei Fedorov's jersey number 91. Hashtag retire 91. That's all we ask as Red Wings fans everywhere in the whole wide world, especially in the state of Michigan. So that's what we've learned. And before we go, this show is sponsored by the Vig It Sports mobile app where great fans cover. Use the hashtag GreatFansCover to support the Vig It Sports mobile app and use the referral code STABLES when you sign up. It's available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. That's the keyword STABLES, the referral code STABLES with a capital S and the rest of the letters being lowercase, including the letter B in the middle as in billionaire. So, also a shout out to Cali Tickets. Visit CaliTickets.com or call 877-225-8425 to purchase a ticket to go see an event of your choice. That's CaliTickets.com or call 877-225-8425. Cali Tickets. Our next episode, Sunday night, to be determined. Until then, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at DT2Phillips with 2 L's. Follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Michigan_Truth. Follow it on LinkedIn and subscribe to its YouTube channel and on Reddit as r/Michigan Sports Truth. And visit the show's website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.com. Thanks for listening, watching, downloading, and sharing. TTFN, Tata for now. Power to the people, him on the hind. We rest our case. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, and stay warm.